Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Source Material. Here we are. I'm going to try to pronounce material just a little bit better because it's getting late. Source Material, the Source Material podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we are putting together. Shh, it's Mark Radulich, by the way. It's been a joy to work with tonight. And we're going on our. Shut up, Ronnie.
Well, you just had a nervous breakdown. I wanted to point it out.
All right. This here is a bonus episode.
The shit right here.
I have to. Gosh. I have to deal with. Yeah, now we got snorting on that. That's how things break down here on the Source Material podcast. When you try to put together an extra special bonus episode. And well, look, let's get down to brass tacks, okay? We are going to be doing a bonus episode tonight of another video game playthrough commentary. We're going to be watching a YouTube video of the arcade game from 1992 titled X-Men. So be prepared as I bring to you a panel. It's Mark Radulich.
Hello.
The man, the myth, the dictator himself.
I am not a dictator, and my tone is not harsh.
No, his tone is not harsh. He says thank you at the end of his email.
Again, he's going to punch you in the mouth.
And then we have Ronnie Adams over here from the Screaming Boy podcast. Sir, are you ready to discuss some X-Men?
I released episodes.
It has been a landmark day. Mark, April 23rd, 2 episodes from Screaming Boy podcast have dropped, and I figured we ought to celebrate by doing a bonus episode tonight of Source Material.
You won't find another one for another 6 months.
5 episodes in the can, ready to go. Got to wait on them. Now, there's a third person who has joined us tonight, and he's being ever so gracious not to interrupt my intro. He joined us for our discussion on The Simpsons arcade playthrough, and he's joining us tonight for our X-Men arcade playthrough, and that is Robert Winfree. Robert Winfree, I appreciate your, at least, silence during my intro. That I could thank you for.
Civility is a dying art. I just think at any given podcast there should be one civil member. And if it can't be anyone else, it might as well be me.
Yeah, this fucking guy is civil. Have you heard him rip apart the reviewers from Rotten Tomatoes? Anything but civil. I call bullshit.
No. I am perfectly civil. I am impassioned, but I am perfectly civil. Have I attacked any of them?
Yes, you've called for their deaths.
You've called.
When did I call for someone's death? Hang on. Whoa.
There was beatings with fish, I think, involved at one point.
I have in the past encouraged people to strike these morons with dead fish. That is very true. How does that equate to death?
Okay, you've at least...
They can be severely allergic to the fish.
There you go. Thanks, Ronnie.
If you know they're severely allergic to fish, smack them around with a dead chicken.
Come on, guys. We're already off track.
Oh, really? Really? Really?
Really?
Really. All right. So,
apologies, Supreme Overlord.
Here we go. All right. So what we're going to do is we've got a 40-minute playthrough to talk over. This is X-Men, the arcade game, came out in 1992 from Konami. We are on YouTube. So if you want to follow along, you're more than welcome to. We're also going to put this up on YouTube as a standalone video as we talk, and you can watch the video itself play before your very eyes. Or the YouTube publisher here by the name of Silenig, Silenig, S-I-L-E-N-I-G. You should be able to find that playthrough on there, and I'm going to count us down. We're going to get right into this because we've
by all means.
Everybody queued up at 0. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Now, I have no idea what screens we're looking at here. I would assume this is probably them turning on the game, and we're seeing it go through the checks.
I think he actually has it time-stamped that the first stage starts at 1:30 if we want to jump ahead a little bit.
I do not want to.
Okay. Bask in the visuals of arcade.
Oh, yes.
Cabinets.
1992, we're talking 26 years ago. Hey, what's up, Magneto? All right, so let's start with, as we go through Wolverine in a brown suit here.
This is. I almost feel like this is a different soundtrack than I remember for this game. Yeah, 80s Dazzler, man.
Yeah, I forgot she was on this game.
X-Men.
Oh, there's the sound I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Hey, what's the time cue do you guys have? Because my whole screen froze.
Oh, that would be 1 minute.
We are at 107, 108. Here comes Magneto with the Sentinels.
If you want us to pause it, Mark, we can.
No, I'm good. I see Magneto with the Sentinels. I'm good.
All right.
Sentinels just blew the fuck out of something. One guy.
You're with us.
Okay.
I got a serious kick out of that for like Magneto controlling the Sentinels somehow. Oh yes, the voice acting quality.
All right, and here we see Cyclops, Colossus, who is already down.
Yeah,
Wolverine,
Colossus.
and Storm in her stripper outfit.
Hey, better than Mohawk Storm. That's all I'm saying.
I like
Yeah, this
Mohawk
is a little
Storm.
bit after.
You would.
This is after.
Punk
And
rock
everyone
look.
pops their
Jeez,
power.
everybody used their power at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
No one
coordination.
survived that day.
What? The,
Guys,
The X-Men are just fucking up the town.
there's just one button.
it's all,
Somebody
the
pushes
town's
to make-
already screwed. They're trying to save it.
Yeah, it
Are
doesn't
they?
look like it's in the greatest shape.
Oh, one of my favorite mechanic from this was getting guys down, and then because different guys had the ability to do different things when downed opponents. Nightcrawler actually hops on them. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
In a precursor to my appreciation for actual fighters like Kevin Lee or Khabib Nurmagomedov, Wolverine's ground and pound is actually pretty sick.
I don't know. I think in this game I mostly use either Cyclops or Colossus. I either wanted to shoot people or beat them to death with a huge muscle guy. I had no use for Wolverine or Storm.
That sounds a lot like your current taste in movies.
That would be correct.
I swear, it looks like they're almost all being controlled by the same person. Like they all move at the exact same time.
That might be the
Someone's very
case.
weird. I mean, they're jumping all at the same time, attacking at the same time.
That
Yeah,
might
there
be the
might be
case.
some weird thing with one guy controlling all the inputs.
Oh,
They've
that's
got
fun.
yeah. They've got to be running. They could be running it through an emulator. I would assume that's probably what's going on here, like a MAME emulator. Yeah. But there's just every once in a while. Okay.
I kind of get it. I got a severe kick out of Colossus's ability suddenly becoming like energy disruption.
Yeah, I
around.
was going to say I've never seen that before.
I feel like
Pyro.
I would say I feel like Pyro will turn you to toast.
To be fair, that's slightly better dialogue than he was given in X3.
Fair enough. It's also better than why should it goes well.
No, nothing is better than that.
I don't know. Pyro will turn you to toast.
Okay, so maybe. Yeah, I have no idea. All right. Get down there and corner him. There you go. Whoop up on him.
Whoop that ass. Boom.
Pyro. Even in video games, you're all relegated to just first boss status. You're a waste of space.
He's a henchman.
Any arcade memories on this game, guys?
I mean,
Yes,
when it was around, I played it. I enjoyed it. All these like 4-player games that were big at the time, I was into. This, Turtle, Simpsons.
Ronnie?
Yeah, I played this.
Winfree, did you say you did too?
Oh yeah.
Growing up as a comic book fan, somebody that wanted to read about comics, and X-Men was starting to get popular in the 90s. This was something I was so excited to see.
Well, the X-Men television series was pretty darn great.
Yeah, I think this is just about when
Same time period.
cartoon series started, if not just a year or so before. While this is going on, I'm going to flip over to the wiki. I know you guys got
that. The intro to the X-Men, just genuinely great bit of like steel guitar work.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, look, it's an elevator, Winfree.
Different elevator level than this one, I think. This is a really short. That's literally just an elevator. So now you go left instead of right.
Is it now?
There was a recent X movie, and I can't remember which movie it was.
Was it Deadpool?
That had
Just throw some more out there, Mark.
Well, somebody had their phone had that as a ringer.
Oh, that was Logan.
Was it Logan?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The only the best one.
Gosh, it was so good.
Because Logan's great.
It was okay.
As opposed to Deadpool, which sucks.
No, now, see...
Come on.
No.
Deadpool sucks as a character, as a film, as an anything.
You guys haven't
I've
heard
heard
his
it.
ridiculous, epic Deadpool rant?
Cannot wait till he has to suffer through it again.
Hey, dude,
On
our
part
Deadpool podcast turned one of my friends off of listening to any of my podcasts. That's how bad that was.
That was because of... Hang on. If you're going to tell the story, remind them that it was because of you.
Yeah, he felt
let's
like
hear it.
Yeah, once again my tone was too harsh. He felt that I was
way to go.
He felt that I was bullying Winfree.
Oh, wow.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it was like Winfree didn't like Deadpool, and I had the nerve to ask him why, because we were doing a podcast, and this is a discussion point. Why did you like this? Why didn't you like this movie? And there were some points that he brought up that I had an issue with, and I debated him on it. That's our show. And my friend was like, "Yeah, you really beat up on that guy. Does he not have a spine?" And I'm like, "What? Did you not listen to any other show that we've ever done?" So that he thought our intro was too long. He was just like, it was more than 10 seconds, and there was still no podcast, and I got bored. I was like, "Well, I can't. I'm sorry. You have no attention span."
So it's really funny in this game when you hear Cyclops and Wolverine. When they do their powers together, and you hear the and then Wolverine is just pumping his arms.
What's the sound again?
No.
That's Colossus that does the big kind of.
Did I say Cyclops? I meant Colossus.
What's that sound again?
I don't want it.
On cue, the video game just gave it to us.
Yeah, there we go.
Woo!
So I'm reading a little bit here in the wiki, and apparently...
Wolverine, what are you doing? There's nobody there.
Again, it's one guy controlling all of
It is.
these.
It has to be. That's why all the powers go off all at once. Because he's hitting that one button. Yeah. Well, now we can't criticize some players for making a stupid move because it's one dude. And beat up the wall of lasers. Good job.
Oh, yeah, you always have to blow up the wall of lasers. I mean, that goes back to Contra.
But
There's always a wall you have to
That would
break
be a
down.
fun playthrough watch.
In Contra, you had guns against the
Loved
laser
Contra.
walls.
So much love for Contra. Then
Yeah.
that's one of those things that I loved as a kid, and you had to get the Konami code in because otherwise there was no way you were beating it. And then I watch it at a games done quick event or something. Somebody blows through it, and again 10 minutes without taking a single hit. I go, oh, I'm just the worst.
Okay, I don't remember what the blob says, but I'm sure it was something funny.
Nothing moves the blob.
Oh, that's right. Nothing moves the blob.
And for
When
some
did the
reason,
Blob
he has a
start carrying
spike.
a Morning Star. Yeah, or a mace.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, that's
Morning
not
Stars.
something we usually see. And Storm with her knife. I've never seen that before.
No, that's a scepter. She's got the
A scepter?
little-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why do all
She
black people
carries
have?
those in the comic book.
Why do all black people have to have knives, Jesse?
Why do you have to do this bit every time we're on a show?
Because it's
Because Mark,
funny.
Mark doesn't know how to make a salient point, so he resorts to racism and name calling.
Whatever.
I think
You're a
it's
salient
so
point.
Comfortable.
I hope
See?
this game was brought to us by a lot of Japanese people at the end.
Of course. It's a Konami game.
Yeah,
dude,
really.
God, it's 37
Definitional.
minutes long.
Yeah, dude.
Look, if this were 4 guys doing it appropriately, then this would take significantly less time. You could shave 5 to 10 minutes off of this.
Oh, because that makes it better. No,
Bonus! You're granted a special mutant power. Note that mutant power can be used only when the energy indicator is something or other. And he's having issues.
He's got egg on his head.
No. Juggernaut and Magneto showed up and kidnapped them.
Spilled his Kool-Aid.
who's ever a Juggernaut show?
Hey!
That was
Wait a
Kitty
second.
Pride.
What is the
Juggernaut,
name of this?
not a mutant.
What is the name of this island?
Genosha? Genova?
Well, if it's Genosha, it's Genosha.
Is it Genosha? If it's
What was
Genosha,
the
it's
alligator
Genosha.
man?
I can't remember if it's Genosha or Genova. One of them's an island in the X-Men universe. The other
It's
is
Genosha.
a evil corporation in Final Fantasy VII.
Genosha is an
For the
X-Men.
third time, it's Genosha.
Hey, Jesse, Robert, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I think it's Genosha.
It's Genosha.
I don't know, man.
Genosha was a populated island or like city, wasn't it?
No, it was an island. Mutants took it over. It was the first instance of them like trying to create a mutant colony.
But I don't
think
remember these dinosaur
this
people
level's set
being
in
on it.
Savage Land.
Yeah, I'm thinking
that's
this is
where
the
I was
Savage
going.
Land.
They have clearly like merged Savage Land with Genosha for the sake of the game.
You
But I wish
sure?
Mark would unmute his mic. We could talk to him again.
Are you sure it's Genosha? I know.
If it's Genosha, it's Genosha.
I know I'm
the
not
flowers.
muted because Jesse's laughing.
I just want to give you a
Flowers.
kiss.
Flowers are pretty gnarly.
What were the
Feed me
alligator head
Seymour. Feed me all
Can
night
I swear there's
long.
something
All
from
night
Savage.
long.
'Cause if you feed me Seymour, I can grow up big and strong.
Watch that again. I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah.
I gotta wait a while
Yeah,
before I can show that one to my daughter. She's gonna freak out if I show her a man-eating fucking plant.
The original's better.
The original.
With
Okay.
Jack
What?
Nicholson.
It's Jack Nicholson, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that one. I've only seen the Rick Moranis one.
Yeah, I was going to say I've never seen.
The Rick Moranis is a musical. The other one's
Not.
not.
Oh, I would only
It's
watch
still
the
kind of
musical.
comedic, but it's not a musical.
Dude, the musical's awesome.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
musical too.
You're the kind of person who likes Hamilton, aren't you?
Who, me?
Mark, with his taste in music.
Well, yeah.
I've never seen Hamilton. Racist.
How does
Race
that
got to do with it?
racist?
I love
Seriously, what does race have to do with that?
I love how Ronnie has a stroke whenever I do that. Just trying to figure out what it
raises
is.
my blood pressure.
The best was when I said something and I'm like, what, and I really didn't say anything wrong, and Ronnie still reacted. I'm like, what is your problem? And he's like, you make me nervous.
Nito.
I don't know what you're
know.
gonna say.
Ground collapsed from under them because now he shoots laser beams.
So
Laser
that,
beams.
that right there, I
Oh,
believe was the
these
quote.
things.
The
Those
quote-
things were terrifying.
Oh, look, it's
Those
an
things
elevator.
are worse. Down here
And
comes the
that's a
Yeti.
Wendigo. No, it's a Wendigo.
I don't know.
Wendigo.
I am Magneto, master of Magnet, and welcome to die.
Yeah, the voice acting and translation in this game just absolutely top notch.
You might even
Are they
say
fighting
that.
Wendigo?
You might, yes.
I think so.
Yes, Genosha.
Hey,
Shut up.
Jesse, I think that Wendigo's
Saber
on
just shows
Genosha.
up later.
You might even say that Magneto is the pain cure. Huh?
Oh, no. No,
20 dislikes.
no. Hashtag baby metal.
You know,
I
Listen.
have to get my brother out here to explain to you why he thinks baby metal is trash.
Well, don't have him put up a YouTube thing because then he'll get a billion dislikes.
I was going to say, have him listen to our podcast. He just might think we agree with him. Somehow.
Not the actual Metal Hammer of Doom ones. Those were fine.
No, not those, no.
So I started playing this role-playing game called Monster of the Week, and where I'm
At least you
doing
didn't say fatal.
where I'm doing the game, I'm the GM. I started doing research on cryptids, just to have them,
Okay.
for them to have monsters. And I did a little research on the real Wendigo, and
Horribly misrepresented in popular culture.
yes, they are.
Wendigo, let me see if I can remember
horrifying.
this actually. Wendigos are they're usually represented as being tall and skinny. They're the like restless bodies / spirits of people who were starved to the point of cannibalism and now like exist in the shadows of the wilderness. They have like human
Yeah.
voices. They can call you towards your own doom.
Yep.
But yeah, you become a Wendigo when you are starved and then eat human flesh. It's such a massive corruption of what it means to be human that you
Right.
are then cursed to forever be in that state until someone kills you. And killing Wendigos is kind of a pain in the butt.
Okay, so I don't think I've ever made it this far in X-Men, by the way. But I'll tell you.
I beat this
I
game
have.
too.
But I'll tell you what. They have got more fucking robots in this game than they did in the entire Star Wars prequel trilogy. My goodness.
Well, sure, because you can't have them killing humans. It was
Right.
the dumbest thing ever to have. This is like my biggest gripe with the cartoon. You got Wolverine with his metal claws, and he can't ever use them on another living thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Community. I finally got up to watching that show, and they did a whole animated episode where Joel McHale's character Jeff is dreaming that he's in a G.I. Joe episode, and they're all talking to each other, and he's a G.I. Joe. He looks like Duke, and he's like, "Yeah, they have ridiculous code names and everything." He says, "I'll take care of this," and he just starts murdering Cobra soldiers. And they're like, "No, you can't kill people." And like Cobra Commander's like, "Oh my God, he's killing people."
Robot Chicken did a similar thing where like they had a guy show up in G.I. Joe
Wave,
and he and he like trips or whatever, and they call him like Stumbles or whatever, and so so then he joins Cobra. And he just starts fucking assassinating G.I. Joes everywhere. Fumbles, that was what his nickname was. He's like, it was always Fumbles.
So we're in an underground cave here. Anybody? I mean, are we getting to Magneto's lair? Is that what we're trying to do?
Sort of.
They're trying to find Maggie.
No, this is actually I think set up for them rescuing Kitty.
Kitty, Maggie, whatever. Oh, look, it's an elevator.
I hope they all get knocked out and have a dream sequence.
Where they're in
ask and you shall receive.
Colossus dreams.
I might have been misremembering the elevator level on this. I might be ascribing a different elevator level to this game.
It's been a while since I've read an actual like X-Men comic book, and I picked one up the other day, and apparently Colossus and Kitty Pryde are engaged now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't keep track of all these relationships. All we know is that Wolverine.
And Cyclops is this massive, like, narcissistic jackass.
He's dead now.
Well,
Wait, hang on a second. Back up.
He came back from.
Cyclops is with Kitty Pryde because I thought Kitty Pryde was with Star Lord.
Colossus is with Kitty Pryde again. She was with Star Lord.
After one
and
of them
broke
came
up.
back from the dead.
Kitty Pryde is a whore.
She's
So anyway,
dated 2 men.
How dare you slut shame?
I'm fairly certain the Cyclops that we have now is from the all-new X-Men, the ones that went back in time or came forward in time.
Oh, yeah, Baby Cyclops.
Yeah.
Is what I call him. Yeah.
Baby Cyclops. Anything like Baby Darkseid?
Yeah, no.
He's a little bit more advanced. And
what the hell is that? Is that Megatron?
What is that?
I don't know this guy. I'm genuinely not sure who this
is that supposed to be the
going to
Silver
the playthrough.
Samurai?
Hold on, I'm looking.
No.
It's Galvatron.
No.
Master Mold.
Oh.
Master
what the hell's
Mold.
a Master
Yeah.
Mold?
Really?
He is.
He is the progenitor of the Sentinels. He's the sentient AI that allows them to be created.
He
And
births
constantly-
them forth.
The greatest enemy to Tylex, if I remember correctly. The
I feel like you're just making up words now.
I mean, the sad thing is you can't actually be sure that whether he is or not.
his greatest enemy is a dehumidifier.
I think, don't most representations of Master Mold have him as a giant rather than something human-sized?
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, this is a video game.
He should have been. He should have been a giant boss.
What are they doing?
I put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in the same room and let them fight it out.
But,
Quick, let's watch the air conditioner fight the heater.
All right.
Don't forget to tip your waitresses. I'll be here all week.
So there was Dazzler and Nightcrawler, and they haven't done shit in this game.
Nah, I don't think
they weren't selected. You only have 4 slots.
Could you be Dazzler?
Yes.
I would totally
Quick,
be Dazzler.
Mark. Make a 4-slot joke.
What?
Out of all the references,
He missed his cue. He missed his cue.
Like,
He could have
that
made a
was-
4-slot joke like that, but nope.
that was a rainbow, like a slow pitch softball. Knock it out of
I
the
have
park.
no idea what you guys are talking
And
about.
he whiffed.
You're supposed to say
Yes,
something
he
like, I've got 4 slots for you two, or something along those lines.
I don't.
Well,
why
Jesse
would you? Are you trying to make
did
some
it
sort of
poorly.
sexual innuendo about
How many
slots?
slots do you have, Mark Radulich?
I don't have any slots. I'm not a video game.
Just
For some reason, I really honestly pictured Mark
monsters are terrifying.
Mark answering it with like Groucho glasses and a cigar.
Let me slip out of these wet things and into a dry martini.
I got as many slots as you need.
Oh, look, it's an elevator. Hey, it's...
No, it's Emma Frost. The dialogue is so bad. Yeah, I believe that's Emma Frost.
It is.
I don't know.
She has no clothes on and she's a blonde, so yeah.
Yep, there
So
we go.
is it just me or was January Jones the worst?
She was not a good Emma Frost.
I mean...
Is that who played her?
She was fine.
In First Class, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wait, who plays
Mark,
her?
your general attraction to the woman is immaterial to her performance.
She had nice boobs. She did a fine performance.
You see, those are not at all the same things.
They're the same
Did you
thing.
just, did you just say
Your
she
attempts
did
to
fine
conflate them.
performance?
What was that?
Did you just
Yes,
say
he
she
did.
did? Okay, all right. Because he was quite mesmerized by her boobs, couldn't learn how to.
Hey, this may come as a complete shock to you guys, but I objectify women on this podcast. Did you know that?
In real life. And yes, I did.
Not in real life, no.
I will say that was going to get annoying. These things.
The X-Men just got ran over.
Oh, yeah. Drive-bys are a thing. Hit and run.
The only one better if it had been like a big Mack truck or something.
No, I kind of enjoyed him, you know.
Yeah, now you got to watch where you're walking. You can walk off the edge down there.
Watch that first
The most
step.
annoying thing in the world, but yeah, you can do it.
Watch that first step. It's a Lulu.
Okay, I just figured out that the robots look an awful lot like Samus from Metroid.
Yeah,
That's
they do.
they do.
Just a bit. Although I'm pretty sure there was already a Samus X-Men crossover.
Don't get my hopes up.
Why? It'll suck.
That's right, Winfree. Everything stinks.
Everything is terrible.
Not everything.
Everything is.
Just a vast majority. Yeah, see, this should be master mold in the background.
Good lord.
Oh my God!
Oh, Reavers.
That is an
Reavers
angry
have
looking
showed-
sentinel that is vomiting Reavers.
Like
Yep.
you do.
It just looks
I
like
wa-
it disapproves about everything.
I once went out drinking with my wife back when we were dating, and I vomited Reavers.
Oh, that's
Yet she still put up with you. And now,
Oh.
for some reason, Juggernaut has a bazooka.
Because why not? Why shouldn't
Well,
the
to be
Juggernaut have
fair,
a
hang
bazooka?
on. To be fair, Juggernaut is not a mutant.
So you keep saying nerd.
yeah, but he's an
He's not.
unstoppable force. I mean, he doesn't need guns. When's the last
No,
time
he's
you
not.
ever fucking seen Juggernaut have a gun in
First of
the
all,
comic?
let's not be making a judgment on who needs a gun and who doesn't. You commie, all right? If the
Whoa.
If
Right,
if the,
fair arms. Sorry,
if-
Juggy. I didn't realize you were
yeah,
Republican.
exactly.
No, that's
He-
the one thing Mark decides to be
Guns
conservative
don't kill
on.
people. Juggernauts do. Okay, he can have a gun if he wants
Let's
one.
keep the references not, let's not name names and parties, okay? Keep them vague.
Oh, sorry.
Why not? You afraid of the communists?
No, I'm talking about, he's like, I didn't realize Juggernaut was a Republican.
We need Calandris on here to get a communist perspective.
No, we don't.
That would be the worst. Like, you can't even hold a conversation with a communist.
No, first of all,
Their internal logic just falls
hang
apart.
on. If we had Josh is on my short list of people who I have to behave whenever they're on here, and that's no fun for me. So forget it.
I love
Again, communism, not fun.
That dude is my
In
brother.
addition to, historically, I mean, as a political idea, communism has killed more people than, like, the plague.
Whoever got Winfree started on this, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, Jesse.
Hey, there's Charles Xavier. Just to point that out.
Oh,
But
look,
it's
it's
not-
Steve.
Wait a second. What?
Oh.
Oh, swerve, bro.
Swerve, bro.
Swerve.
Shut up.
Where's Pat when we need him? All right,
Okay.
you were starting to say Josh Calandros is your brother and your mother and your other. Go on.
No, I love
Falls
that.
off
I love that guy
off the
to
edge
death.
again.
He will shut up. I love him. I love him to death, and he's my friend for life. But I will not talk politics with him.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
quite a few people I've met through the Rattleage Broadcasting Network that I would not talk politics with. So, speaking of X-Men,
I make it an
that wounds me, Jesse.
Not-
That wounds me.
I won't talk politics with just about anybody, but
I still remember our Flintstones show and our talk about what was it, polyamory. That was my favorite. I've never felt someone sweat through a podcast before like Ronnie did.
We should get Winfree on the Snagglepuss upcoming Snagglepuss episode.
We absolutely should not.
What's Snagglepuss?
Good
oh
answer.
yeah. They took a beloved childhood cartoon and ruined it.
Wait, do you really not?
Oh, wait. Michael Bay wrote a comic book?
All right.
Yeah,
Do you really
equivalent to.
Stop. Do you really not know what a Snagglepuss is? Exit stage.
Big. I've heard that. I've heard that conjunction. That I've heard of it. I don't have a frame of reference.
He doesn't know about the cartoon even.
Hang on, wait. Was it a crappy Hanna-Barbera animated one?
Yeah.
Listen,
That's why I haven't heard
wait.
of it.
Everybody, stop. I will put up with a lot of stuff, but I will not stand for someone calling Hanna-Barbera crappy.
Well, then you haven't done a podcast with Winfree.
Oh goodness.
And on this episode of
Gorilla.
Winfree Hates
These
Everything.
are terrible things. Didn't Hanna-Barbera do that obscenely stupid Loch Ness Monster one?
So, when was the last time we referenced the video game we're supposed to be commenting on? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How many minutes
ago.
has it been?
We
Okay,
went
good.
politics. We're in the comics.
Okay, hang on. Who is this guy?
because-
I genuinely don't know who this is.
Are we talking Snagglepuss again, or what's on the screen? Because I'm desperately trying to get back to what's on the screen. Oh, thank God. So they're fighting Egyptian zombies.
Dramatic much?
Whatever. Your mom's dramatic.
Yeah.
Witty repartee. And they say, that legitimate banter and reasoned discussion are dead.
They do.
Jesse, you were researching the bosses on this, right?
I was. Well, I don't know if these are
I don't.
These are bosses, but I don't think they're anybody special.
No, they just seem to be like random Egyptian shit.
We've seen most of what they say, or see what the most. Let's try again. We've seen most of what they've listed on the wiki.
Well, these guys are
begging
a
you to
royal
stop
pain to
drinking while
beat.
podcasting.
I mean, all three of them come out. You only have that slight delay before the first two, then there's a delay before the third one. It's a rough fight. That's a really rough fight.
What is this? The fucking Simpsons? It was like the guys are made of stone, and he blew up like he was made of fucking oil. And there's
It's the last action hero, man.
And then there's Professor Xavier with fucking eggs on his head again.
Mind
It's just
cloud.
meant as a representation of his telekinetic of his.
It's a representation.
Oh, Asteroid M.
Yeah, now we're heading to Asteroid M.
It's a representation of his breakfast.
It looks like there's a small snowstorm on his head.
I mean, come on. Xavier's a well-known vegan. He would never eat eggs.
Sure he would. He eats quail eggs.
When did this? Wait. What?
So,
Why am I not surprised that there's probably a vegan out there who's used that line of logic? I don't eat eggs, but I eat quail eggs. They don't count. They're not animal byproducts. What is this mythical quail you speak of?
You just make up an
not a
animal.
thing.
There's no such thing as quails. Seems ridiculous.
Island M, by the way, it was Island M, according to the wiki
Okay.
that they were on.
Okay.
It's Genosha.
That was
And
like,
not
Is
Savage
it
Land?
that was
Genosha?
like 20 minutes ago, and I'm so over it.
Oh, are you so over it?
So over it.
I am so 20 minutes ago.
Reapers are just being cloned, apparently, because they are.
Oh yeah.
The same one.
Yeah, it's
The
the same
freaking
one.
one.
Which I think that actually is.
They clearly have different colored shirts. How dare you say they're the same?
Yeah, don't be racist.
You're over the Genosha thing, but you can say that 7,000 times in a podcast.
Here comes the. I think this is the boss rush.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an all-star cast here. Oh, look.
yeah. They all come back.
There's Boobs McGee over
Suck.
there.
This fight sucks.
Yeah, that would not be fun. Hey, you felt all these guys. Remember how hard it was? We're going to stick all three of them on the screen against you now.
And there's
Imagine playing one person here.
But you
Just
know,
play it that one
but
guy.
you know who's missing from this is fucking Pyro. Even he
Give it
gets
a
left, and he gets left out of the boss rush.
Pyro sucks.
It's like they were picking him out, and he's like, "What about me? Shut up and sit down." No,
You
like,
ride the bench there, Flame Boy.
Pyro's a terrible character.
Everything stinks.
Colossus energy.
It's
Just
weird,
for-
I know.
Stupid.
Like he's got his dick caught in a zipper.
Master Mold and Juggernaut.
Jeez.
Oh, good, you got
Look at
Blob
that.
and Juggernaut.
Mace.
The Megatron's back.
Juggernaut with his bazooka.
I'm in the wrong damn game.
I like how he braces himself like he's gonna knock him back. Take the knee when shooting it. I better hold on.
And here's
Alright.
Magneto.
Welcome to die, bitches.
Oh my gosh, what is happening on the screen right now?
They're progressing without actually beating everyone behind them, so they've just stacked up a significant
Everybody's
number of
there.
waves.
Oh my goodness, that did not sound healthy.
Why does everything have to explode so much?
Again, this
80s,
is like a
90s.
Simpsons thing.
I really want Magneto to explode when he beats
I
this.
hope
will.
so. Please let him burst into flames.
Dude, it's the 90s. Everyone has impossibly ripped bodies, guns are bigger than necessary, and everything blows up when you look at it funny.
Why do you
Rob
hate
Liefeld drew stuff.
Why do
There's
you
no
hate
pouches.
guns, you peacenik?
I see no pouches.
Oh, look, it's Mystique.
Oh, it's Mystique.
Oh, and she didn't burst into
Swerve,
flames.
bro.
Swear,
Wait.
bruh.
The real question is,
Well, yeah, wait a second.
Why does his head look like an onion?
because
Rappa the
arcade
Rappa has made an
graphics.
appearance.
Here we go. Here's actual Magneto.
Swear,
We get to
bruh.
play. We're going to get to play Professor Xavier. Is the dude, Sloth from Goonies available?
What
Why is
going
Magneto
on?
laughing?
Because he's Magneto. Because you hit him and it doesn't hurt, so he laughs at you.
So he's fucking Raven
Listen.
from WCW?
We played in high school. We played the Marvel role playing game, and somebody said that I have Storm and I could beat anybody with him.
You just told the story.
Did Robert hear it?
I don't think so.
All right. Ronnie's sussing out who listens to the podcast. Who doesn't.
I heard earlier. Boring. I've already heard the story. Go ahead, Johnny.
I really.
You suck, Mark Radlich, and you too, Jesse Starcher. Go ahead.
You're on the list now, Starcher.
Tell us the story.
All right, go ahead.
No, screw you all. You don't deserve my awesome story.
Tell the story about how the guy pulled a plane out of the sky and hit Storm with it.
I hate you. like right now, there is a burning fury in my soul.
You know what I wanted to...
Lost.
So
Let
when
it go, Ronnie.
So when I was listening to you tell that story on a different podcast, my first thought is, hey, I played that game too when I was a kid. My dad was my dungeon master.
Listen to another podcast. Shut up.
And how'd that go, Mark?
Oh, what, when we played it? Went
Yeah,
fine.
your dad's the DM.
He was pretty good.
I bought that in 93 or 94 in Florida on
Nice.
vacation.
Well, this guy is not good. Like he's died. He has died more to Magneto than he should have.
They're having seizures on the characters are all
There
having.
really did need to be a warning on the top of this game. They induce seizures.
Yeah.
You can get warning before you be on this podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look, Mark
Yeah.
ruins all things fun. All right, I'm surprised.
I
you know
ruin all
this.
things fun. I do a podcast with you almost every Tuesday, but I ruin all things fun. Okay. Sorry.
You see, I just say things are stupid. You actively ruin other people's fun. I might
Did they
want to
finally beat
explode.
him? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
they
he just...
finally.
not
No, the
explode.
whole thing's.
No, they fucking blew up the whole asteroid. Nice.
Well, That makes
You know,
sense.
I probably could have had a good joke for the planet exploding there, but Mark would have said he heard it on another podcast.
Oh, don't be sore.
He's mad. The evil has just begun. The struggle of X-Men. I would have read that to everybody out there listening. I'm sorry.
You don't want to. Like, they don't care. Nobody cares.
This is horrible commentary.
My
I
dog.
like the comic strip ending here. Looks pretty neat. Mark, would you like to read the credits as they go across the screen?
He would, but he already heard him on another podcast.
No, Mark refuses to acknowledge the existence of people with names that sound like this.
Wouldn't the
No.
funnier joke have been that he already did that joke on a previous podcast where I don't want to read Japanese names?
You totally
You
just
do.
missed.
I was on the podcast
you know,
when he refused to.
You just missed a composer.
You
by
did
the
it on the Casual Heroes. You tried to make poor Chris was there struggling with the pronunciation of some Japanese wrestlers, and he was like, "Don't even try. They're not people."
Oh,
First of all, Casual Heroes, that was like 50 years ago. Jesse, what was the composer's
And
name
it was another podcast, though.
the I'll tell you what. You pronounce this S as in Sam, F as in Frank, UKAMI.
now? Shirogara?
How did you get that out of what he just...
I wasn't really listening. I just heard S.
Are we done now? Is this the end of this game?
It's the end of the game, yes.
Can we go now?
That game is genuinely not as good as I remember it. Like, I had some serious rose-colored glasses about that, I think.
Yeah, that was... okay, well, hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Much like everyone who thought Deadpool was good, if they watched it a second
Oh
time,
my
they'd hate it.
god, you wet blanket. Shut up. Go ahead, Jesse.
I can actually prove that about Thor Ragnarok, though.
Yeah, he knows, but he already heard it on another podcast.
Oh, yeah, and you'll hear it again on Tuesday. When I bring up how much the joking from Thor Ragnarok has destroyed elements of the MCU, and then everyone decided, hey, it's a good idea to have people joke around in front of Thanos.
I'm in big
he's
trouble.
about to-
I'm in big trouble with Ronnie now.
Big trouble.
I'm wondering what this noise is, but it's gone on to Aliens, the playthrough of Aliens. So I was like really worried that I was having a stroke or something.
All right.
Your hatred of Mark drove you to a mild aneurysm, because I know...
Right.
You
I don't
son of
hate
a
Mark.
bastard.
I don't hate Mark. I just, don't think what he has to say is important because I already heard it on another podcast.
I'm going to. I swear. There will be. I've never farted into a mic. I will do it right now to get you guys to stop talking.
Listen, man, that is your mic. What you do with it on your time is your business.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I have heard the sound of farting into a microphone on another podcast.
Never. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, go ahead and do the plugs then.
are we
Are you
done?
trying to get out? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to do the outro? 'Cause
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know if I
like,
should.
I
really
This
don't
is one
know.
of my things. Like, ask Mark how much I step all over his outros.
I don't want to talk about it.
Instinct.
All right, now we're done.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Listeners, we apologize.
No, we don't.
Okay. Look, go give the Rattlich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. We have all sorts of... Yeah, you can. You don't have to. If you don't want to, trust me. It's your
That
choice.
doesn't mean I shouldn't have
Or
said
report
that.
us for... You can report us for being insensitive, and then the hyper-liberals at Facebook will shut us down.
That could happen. Could very well happen. You never know. I'm telling you what, we have all sorts of great
Corgi bud.
content on the Rat... Fucking son of a bitch. We want your business. Come on over. Give us a like. Stay up on top of all those podcasts that we have. We have all sorts of stuff.
Hey,
We got
Jesse.
MMA. We got motherfucking Ronnie Allen on the Screaming Boy podcast. We have Robert Winfree, who gives us the MMA lowdown, throwdown.
the hoedown.
Thank you. And then Mark Rattlich, the ever-offensive patriarch of the Rattlich in Broadcasting Network. I would tell you where you could follow me on Twitter, but I'm not subjecting myself to that. I'm turning it over to Mark Rattlich to tell us what, plug whatever you want to do. And then I want to think of a few cute fucking things to say as you try to get through your plugs.
That's my bit. Don't steal it.
Yeah, that's right. Don't step on Winfree shit. You gotta get his shit in.
All right. Be well, be
I
safe, and
can't tell if
behave.
it's really bad or not.
All right, guys. Be well, be safe, and behave.
Go.
Oh, me? Oh.
Yeah, go, Ronnie.
Yeah, go for it.
Are you
Clusterfuck
actually recording?
I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my entire
We're
life.
good. Go ahead. No. Hang on. Ronnie, just do your plugs, man.
Screen Boy Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, TuneIn Radio, and Radio Electric Broadcasting Network, Facebook. We do all the social media, so take a look at it, and that's it. I'm completely done for the night.
Robert Winfree.
You can find me most Sundays hosting the 411 Ground and Pound radio show. This week there will be no show because the UFC's taken a couple of weeks off. We'll be back on the 6th. Make sure I remember this correctly. Yeah, the 6th of May to preview UFC 224. It's a pretty terrible card. This last week we reviewed UFC Fight Night 128 and all the associated news therewith. We just talk a lot of, what goes on in the world of mixed martial arts, review fights, preview fights, and try not to kill each other. Because, we couldn't really, given the geographic disparity between the three of us who are usually on the show, but metaphorically speaking. You can also find me most Tuesdays hosting Damn You Hollywood, where I am suffered... it's the wrong words. Where Mark Radlett subjects me to the worst in cinematic blockbusters. Then he tries to tell me why I'm wrong. It doesn't usually work because more often than not I am correct and he is wrong about the quality of those films. He just can't actually admit it without having some severe cognitive dissonance pertaining to how he lives his life. And then we yell at critics for being terrible at their jobs. And then we yell at critics for being terrible at their jobs because, boy, there are some shockingly bad critics out there, and we're just happy to call them out on it. There will not be one this Tuesday. This Tuesday, Mark is doing a TV party for Lost in Space. I think it would only be appropriate if the episode never went up. Oh, what are you doing on Tuesday then?
Legends of Tomorrow.
Ugh, also terrible. Wednesday will be.
I know.
Wednesday will be.
There's no talking to him, Jesse. He's
I say nothing. I just make noises.
Wednesday will then be Lost in Space.
No, it won't.
Really? What are you doing on Wednesday?
Listen, don't try to schedule things for him.
Don't do it.
Wednesday, I'm doing the Foo Fighters, and there may or may not be a Metal Hammer of Doom without me.
Okay. So I think it will be DC's Legends of Tomorrow because Warner Brothers Television. Is that on the CW then? I can't remember what station.
Yeah.
Okay. Crappy CW shows because there's a ton of them. Like Arrow, it's not good, and The Flash, also not really good.
Biting my lip.
You want? Okay, no.
Here we fucking go.
I really don't want to.
You want to get wasted watching The Flash? Take a drink every time he runs into someone who then lifts him up by the throat. Because seriously,
every week, guys.
So anyway, they'll be talking about that. So if you happen to like Legends of Tomorrow, again, I don't, but if you do, let's tune in, listen to them talk about it. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no one would have picked it up that you don't like the CW shows. Absolutely, you're very subtle about it.
I could be more brazen about it if you'd prefer.
What's next?
I'm letting Mark contemplate me being more brazen about this is all. Next Tuesday, Mark and I will be reviewing Avengers Infinity War. I am looking forward to it. I am...
No, you're not.
I genuinely am, because Thanos is going to kill people. As long as that actually happens, I will be okay with it.
I'll drink tea and eat biscuits with him.
Why? They probably will, or they'll make jokes about it.
Or not actual biscuits. I'm talking like the British ones that are supposed to be called cookies.
I got your reference.
Why are you being racist against British people?
I knew it.
A race.
I knew it.
British is not a race.
Nationality. Mark was just raised by an extraordinarily liberal person in New York and thinks everything is a race, down to Mark Wahlberg. He's accused me of being racist against Mark Wahlberg and Brock Lesnar.
When did this turn into Robert Winfree's fucking therapy session? And it's only his issues dealing with me.
No other outlet, sir. You do
can
this
tune
to him.
in
Do you understand?
You can tune in to hear us review Infinity War. It'll be interesting, I think. Again, I haven't seen it yet, but Mark and I will review it. We'll talk about it. Then we'll talk about how much money it's going to make. It's going to make a lot of money. And then yell at critics for being bad at their jobs, because we can always find a few of them. There's always some of them who are just terrible at their jobs. And yet, and somehow they still keep their jobs. Like, this is what's shocking. It's kind of the same people over and over and over again.
I should have gone longer with my plugs.
Yes, your plug should consist of at least 3 editorials. That's how Robert works.
At least, come on, at least 3 editorials. But that will be it for me. Mark, what are we doing after Infinity War? I can't remember.
Eventually, Deadpool and Solo.
Ugh. Yeah, my desire to live will basically end in the next 3 weeks. So
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Glad we got Robert Winfree on a show before he promptly kills himself before the Marvel movie's complete.
Seriously, the thought of like having to sit through another Deadpool movie followed by the Solo movie followed by there's something awful after that too.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What's after that? There's one more within the next like
World.
6 weeks. That's it. Yeah. So tune in to listen to me slowly descend towards suicidality again. All right, that's it for me. Mark, did I anything else you would like to plug that I didn't cover
I
there?
need to call somebody for you.
You can try, dude. Nobody cares.
Oh, jeez.
My God, man, I want to hug
sad.
you. But, I mean, seriously.
I'm averse to human contact. Please don't.
I didn't want the
hold
podcast
you
to end this way, damn
and,
it.
and whisper
Yes,
to you.
everything ends this
Like,
way.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
No one actually. Like, it's weird.
don't
My
ask.
No, I'm not asking that the real question. I'm not asking the real question.
I don't actually have like a single traumatic incident that made
All right, motherfuckers.
I just want to say, after
Please.
years of doing podcasts with Robert Winfree, you guys are just getting a smidgen of what I've been dealing with and what I've learned not to do.
It's so true.
All right, I'm taking us out of this motherfucker. Here we go.
You promise?
Yes. That is Robert Winfree. Over there is Mark Radulich. Ronnie Adams, he's ready to get out of here. I have done just about put a pencil in my eye. I see you.
There's better ways to do that. Just for the record.
No. Have a good one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.